Hello and welcome to our Studio M end of year retrospective top 5 best Studio M vids of the year.
All five.
All 5?
All the best.
According to us.
The best 5.
According to you, you'll have to leave that in the comments. Rank your top 5 vids of the year. But this is the official Studio M ranking.
Alright, coming in at number 5. Music is bad for you? A period piece set in 1700s France. This short film was about how music can actually cause harm to your mental and physical well-being.
Let's watch a clip of that now. Music is a big part of our lives today. Most of us have phones, and many of us also have streaming services which we use to listen to music. Even if you don't, you can find thousands or hundreds of thousands of music videos available for free on YouTube. We can spend all our time listening to music while we work, while we eat, while we talk to people. Maybe not while we talk to people, but we listen to a lot of music these days. If you don't own a good pair of headphones, you probably should. But does all this music have a positive impact on our brains? Or are we slowly turning our minds into nothing more than a musical soup? Boy, were those color cameras good in 17th century France.
It's a period piece, Andy. It was set there. It wasn't filmed then.
My bad. Well, boy, were those color cameras good in 2021. Some of this was filmed on an iPhone. So that's why it's in number 5 place.
Interesting. Next up, this year we started looking into music as a form of expression that we could use.
Some would say art, but then...
You know, what is art after all?
If it makes you feel things, is it good art? Who knows? Maybe it just makes you feel rage and... What do you do?
Mosquitoes make you feel things.
The devil's art. Anyways, so... We had to choose between 2 very close contenders because we had our cover of Driver's License and our cover of Anna by the Menzingers. And Anna actually performed better in the views.
Much better.
But we ended up siding with Driver's License just because the whole atmosphere and shot was way nicer. So I felt as a video, it carries a nicer vibe.
Wait, how is Cutting My Own Hair not on this list?
Evan said it wasn't a good vid.
It was a good vid. The editing, the actual, the results, awful. And that's the best part. And the views, you can't argue with views.
Yeah.
1.7 thousand views.
On most of any video. Our first viral video.
How about that?
Not very viral.
Didn't make the list.
Honorable mention. Cutting My Own Hair.
Next up, the miniature mic challenge. I didn't think I was a part of this one.
You were not. This was, I think, the first vid that Evan and I did together, and it was a very fun little vid using the mini mic that Jem actually reviewed about a few weeks earlier, which was cool continuity for the channel. Not really, it was just fun. It was a short little vid, 4 minutes and 5 seconds, but it was a lot of fun to just play around with some sounds and make a little jingle.
Yes. I also enjoyed some of the more solo videos I did, as in The Struggle is Real and Things Get Stains. I think that is something I should enjoy a bit in the future. I sort of got to know that I like writing a bit, so we'll see if that goes anywhere.
And speaking of writing things, Jem wrote and directed and worked on his massively long 23-minute vid, which is coming in at number 2 on this list, not because it's worse than number 1, but just because number 1 is so good.
Yes, the 2020s pop punk revival video essay, which is the best thing I've ever made. I worked on that for months, by the way, actual months. Genuinely, I had it written I was writing it in like June, and I had the idea in like May, and then actually getting around to putting it all together. Well, that happened. I mean, I built the intro early on, so I sort of knew what I wanted to make.
The year is 2018.
There,
Your name is Colson Baker.
Together.
You've been dissed
And
by the greatest rapper the world has ever known. People are saying you'll never recover.
10 days.
So what do you do?
I procrastinated until I was like, wait.
You make the best pop punk album
about
the
it.
world has heard
It's,
in years.
Yeah, goodness, only 1 year. Only 1 year since Tickets to My Downfall by Machine Gun Kelly, which pretty much changed everything. Now he's kind of weird. I'm gonna say it. Machine Gun Kelly's kind of weird. There, I said it. So
Cancelled.
no.
Pop punk revival is closed.
In any case, yeah, I worked really hard on this thing. Kind of ridiculous how hard I worked.
Let's read some of the comments on that. The top comment here: "Thank you. This was brilliant. Enjoyed the whole thing." From someone who I don't know has ever watched one of our vids
we
before.
don't know that person, but thank you, Sherry Goes Rock.
From Led Zeno: "This is amazing. Underrated. Heart." Aw.
I worked hard on this thing. I think it's probably it's the best thing I've ever made, and I've made some crazy things like oh, there we go. I made this myself.
So it was tough choosing between that coaster or the Pop Punk Revival as second best video of the year. But since Jem didn't film the making of the coaster,
It happened like 2018.
here we are. So the reason I wanted to read some of these comments is because I think it shows that there are people out there who are interested in the topic of the Pop Punk Revival, and that there's not a lot of vids out there on that topic. And it's really cool that we managed to put out one of the, if not the best vid on that topic from Studio M this year. It's big steps for us. It's only got 143 views, so maybe give that one a look, a like, a share. If you know someone who's into that kind of music, put it out
It's
there.
a piece of history, people. I don't think you understand that what I have captured here is a perfect look into a part of history.
And that's worth knowing about. Finally, coming in at number one place. But maybe before we do that, a few honorable mentions.
And a word from our sponsor. One day, maybe. Anyways, carry on. Honorable mentions.
So honorable mention, it was technically last year, but if Among Us players were a jury, it was topical at the time. Among Us, I haven't heard of it for a while now, but at the time, it was all the rage. Look it up. It's true facts. We've already mentioned Cutting My Own Hair as an honorable mention. I would also like to submit top 10 most OP movie characters. The original, still the best. And although our later OP vids haven't performed quite as well, it did start something that we've enjoyed doing, ranking video game characters and even human beings. Our most sexist video of the year. Not that that's an award. You got any honorable mentions, Jim?
Procrastination was a lot of fun. Again, writing that one. And quadruple album review, which interestingly enough, the two albums. No, I probably have the actual rankings here, but the Lord Huron album and the 21 Pilots album, which I ranked pretty highly. Those are the ones I've listened to the least. Water Parks, on the other hand, were my second most listened to artist of. No, was that? No, that was. Maybe I can check. Anyways, they were on the top 5. Lord Huron as well, though, because I spammed some of their albums in the earlier parts of the year. But the Dayglow album is the one that's held up the most. That's one of the best albums of the year. Look out for Best Music of the Year video coming to you soon.
Probably January. And that quadruple album review was also one of our most punctual vids of all time, because we did recently do a video about the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie. We didn't manage to actually put the video out until after the movie released, I think.
Really?
So
Seems unlikely.
we really tried to get it out like when the trailer was new, and it took us a month to get our ducks in a row.
In any case, I was right. The movie was bad.
Really bad. Rethink your life, Disney.
Alright, so the top video
Greatest Studio M video of the year.
The year. It's our first song with 313 views, released 8 months ago by Studio M, which is us. This was sort of what started it all. Since then we've released like 7 songs or something. Kind of crazy. Who knows where we'll go. Next thing you'll see us at Lollapalooza.
Let's go! Shout out to James, who said this was the best video we've ever made.
Oh, thank you, James.
At the time, that was probably true. And we made some good vids, I'm not gonna lie. But that video was super fun, especially for me. I was not there for the first half of it. My bros were brainstorming and making their plans while I was somewhere, band practice maybe, I don't know. And I came home and they were like, right, so you got to help us record the vocals. What did I just say? Record the vocals. And then you got to produce this thing. And we were releasing it tonight. And it was like 8 o'clock at the time. And I said, wow, that's a lot of pressure. And we kind of got down to it. And it was about 11:30 or so when I handed off the finished track to Jem. He stuffed it into the edit of the vid, and
yes, right before, like, it was almost midnight at that point.
Sat there like, please export, we want to go to bed. And it exported and we uploaded and we went to bed. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so those are our top 5 videos of the year. And bonus segment, the Studio M MVP, or the Studio MVP, if you will. This microphone, it wins. This microphone is epic. Well, we got it around 6 months ago then, and we love it. It is part of the family and the best microphone known to man. So much so that a friend of mine is buying one just because he likes it so much.
It's been used to record most of our vids. It's been used to record not all of our songs, but we recorded Victoria, Extraterrestrial, Tired, and our latest demo, well, my latest demo, but our latest demo, whatever it's called. Runaway. All using this mic. It's a great microphone. Thanks, Rode, for that. And that concludes the Studio M year. There might be a couple pieces of content coming out here and there, but where are you going?
Thank you. He's gonna close the video. I'm leaving.
And just like that, he was gone. Well, there you have it, folks. That concludes another Studio M year. Thanks for sticking with us. We love reading your comments. We love when you share our vids. We love making these videos. I'll be honest, we make them mostly because we enjoy making them, but we do appreciate that people like them and watch them and encourage us in making them. Hope you all have an incredible December. Enjoy the Christmas time, and we'll see you back here sometime in January. Studio M out.